the other side for Hogil. Um, and yes, indeed, he does have these three expansions, but I'm not sure if this will be enough to really fight against Firebat Hero. So also putting down the factory with the attached machines shop, I'm in expectation of the tanks to fight these lurkers. Now the first lurkers for Hogil, but the tanks will be there to fight them off. And also I saw that starport, meaning that Firebat Hero will also have the possibility to build science vessels in a minute. And now again taking down these building SCVs, and this is good because he's also slowing down what Firebat Hero is actually building there. He's gonna have to pull some new drones, and it's gonna delay him for a minute. However, I'm not sure what he's gonna do now. Probably gonna try to expand again, because he really needs those expansions to fight the likes of Firebat Hero. He really needs a lot of units, since Firebat Hero plays very well. Queen's Nest, in the meantime, interesting placement, not within his main. He places it at the 9 o'clock position, and now again picks up a couple of SCVs. We'll probably take that one down as well. So simply trying to kill all the SCVs, building something. This is the strategy, and on the other side, simply wait with those lurkers for, I don't know, Firebat Hero to push. So he's not really aggressive. He does do a little bit of damage, a little bit of harass, but it's not really very active attacking. It's kind of more like, oh, I'm gonna kill something and just wait for him to push out. I'm not really sure what he's relying on, if he's hoping for that defiler to come out in time or something, but it's not really the best thing to do. Finally, the tanks are sieging, and well done with the comset. We'll take that down. Marines pushing back the mutas, and so he's being pushed back. He didn't manage to do anything once more, and as I've said, as long as this advances in the normal way, Firebat Hero has the stronger and stronger position. It may well be that Hogil did not find himself in any trouble until now, but this is only because Firebat Hero is waiting for his forces to increase enough so that he feels sure enough to push. He's pumping really macro style from all those barracks, and now killing again a Muta, and now finally he pushes out. I don't see the science vessel yet, but it might be out in a sec. He might rely on comset yet to fight those lurkers, but he's gonna need the science vessels soon. And also the scourges, those scourges right there, I thought there were gonna be some scourges, I was right about that. They will play a key role in weakening Firebat Hero, otherwise there's absolutely no chance whatsoever, in my opinion, for Hogil to win this one. He has to deal damage to the science vessels, because the science vessels are kind of the Terran's defilers, if you would compare them in importance. Okay, maybe not as important as a defiler, because they're really not as strong. Irradiated is not plague, but still very important. And now, almost taking down that one science vessel with the scourges, I believe. Almost taking it down, but the science vessels manages to survive. Or was it the mutas? It might have been a muta scorch combination, I'm not really sure. But now he's moving out, he's got the tanks, he's got the science vessel, and he's got the medic and marine group. And well done with the SCV to repair the science vessel. Still he pushes forward, and he seems to have cornered the forces. He's pushing these forces actually in the opposite direction of Hogil's main, meaning that he could simply push them back to a certain place, and then with another force attack, and Hogil would not be able to reinforce. That would be horrible for him, and this is why he's now heading for his 9 o'clock expansion, I think, slowly. But now another big attack going in for the lurkers, with the tanks, with the medic and marine group. From the north you can see a group of Zerglings and lurkers waiting there. So caught between two groups. Firebat Hero, however, he does have the science vessels. If he loses them, though, the situation might certainly change. And first irradiate going off on one of the lurkers, and now he doesn't bother with the first group, just goes on after the second one. A scourge, this was poor. They could have maybe taken down that science vessel, or those science vessels, maybe, because so one of them is really wounded. And now poor from Firebat Hero, bringing those science vessels in for the slaughter and losing only one of them. That was actually lucky that he only lost one. Kind of poor to send him right for the scourges, and now the defiler is out, and the defiler really has to do something, because Firebat Hero in the meantime is already at the expansion, at the natural, and he's pounding at those lurkers. These dark storms are so needed. Also In the meantime, the Sunken has been brought down, and I think I saw an irradiate there. I'm not sure what he radiated. Could be that he actually irradiated one defiler. Not entirely sure though. And still, whatever he did, not good looking at all for Hogil. Well played by Firebat Hero. Standard, but goes in with another group of medics and marines, and this could prove crucial here because there's no dark storms going up yet, and this is not good at all. Not good at all. Simply pounding beneath those dark storms. Still, you have to keep in mind that tank damage still counts underneath because it's also splash damage. And now putting down another dark storm, but he needs to put one closer to the tanks. This one is not close enough to the tanks. Recharging the energy of that defiler then in the second row with a comms at killing the remainder of that early force in the middle. And now also has the medics and marines to protect the front and the tanks behind. So a swarm is needed closer to the tanks, and now it seems that a swarm might come. I saw that, and indeed, very close to the tanks, and some tanks might get taken out. One tank does get taken out. Two tanks get taken out, and forces Firebat Hero out of there. But Firebat Hero seems to be going for that expansion at 5 o'clock. And he finds it, and this is huge because this expansion will be taken down. No forces whatsoever for Hogil. He seems to try to push away to maybe reach the expansions, but there's no way that he can push through that defense. And now it seems that this hatchery will be taken out. And he finds also the other expansion. In a world of trouble, he also has his Queen's Nest there. So also losing such important buildings such as the Queen's Nest is not really what Hogil once at this time. Another barrack, so pumping very strong Firebat Hero, and he's heading for a pretty certain victory. He seems to have gotten defenses to this one. However, I think the defiler was irradiated. Another Dark Swarm. However, all the marines and medics managed to retreat and pull back and wait for another attack. No, sorry, that was at the natural expansion. I was just going to say this couldn't have been at the 4 o'clock expansion. I didn't know how he would have in the world managed to get those reinforcements so quickly. That was at the natural expansion of Hogil. And now going, no, it was at the 3 o'clock expansion. And now going in for the Queen's Nest, for the hatchery as well. And that sunk will go down pretty soon, as well as pretty much everything else. And now going for the science vessel and then takes it out. And this was huge play there. Now finally pushed back Firebat Hero at this place because he lost the science vessels, and his group of medics and marines retreats from the natural expansion and might be going for this 3 o'clock expansion, which is definitely a lot less defended, but comes in, reinforces with marines, and now takes down the Queen's Nest, goes for the sunk. The sunken goes down, and this is really GG. Takes down the hatchery as well. The units are irradiated. Science vessels there. Has to pull back these medics and marines from that area. He has to pull them off really quickly. Still, even though many got killed, he manages to pull back a lot of troops, and he still is totally in the lead. And in the meantime, taking out this simulator, it's pretty much GG right here. I don't know why Hogil doesn't say it yet. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he still has a chance, but I don't really think so. His other expansion at 3 o'clock is really done for. And he's got the science vessels, the marines, the medics, Firebat Hero, and he's totally in the lead. He might want to irradiate that defiler there. Does not irradiate, actually, for that matter. Might not have had the energy. And he radiates very well. He radiates his own and now goes through close to these bionic organic units to spread this the radiation. Interesting play from him, and Plague over the medics and marines. I didn't miss that, and this was a good move with a Plague. This was well done. And now with this irradiated science vessel, we'll try to inflict some damage over there as well. So nice play all together. Stops mining actually at that expansion, and finally GG finally accepts his defeat. Hogil accepts his defeat, and Firebat Hero can live for a couple of more minutes and hope to get to the next round, to go through this Survivor tournament to the MSL. And I guess he deserved his victory. It was a standard game, and as I've said, in a standard game I don't really see Firebat Hero losing this, especially not against Hogil. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna do the winners match in a second now. Somehow it's downloading very slowly. We'll have to wait for that probably. And anyways, afterwards, winners match between Hero and the SDC, not very likely to see that, but however, and then the loser of that match against Firebat Hero in the final match, which I shall also comment on. So hope you've enjoyed this. This was Blade of Ire, guys. This was all. Bye bye.